Your issue might be that you expect yourself in people. You expect other people to be just like you. Expectations. You're like, oh, I'm a great person. I have values. I have morals. God holds me to a certain standard. If I were to do X, Y, and Z, God would hold me accountable. So your expectations are that everyone is on the same standard. And it's not. I had to learn it the hard way. You cannot assume that every single person is you. Just because you're punctual does not mean everyone's punctual. Just because what you say is what you mean does not mean every single person, what they say is what they mean. Just because you are loyal doesn't mean others are loyal. Just because you are faithful doesn't mean others are faithful. Obviously, surround yourselves with the people that closely align to your value system, to your morals, to your character, right? Walk with the wise, become wise. Walk with fools, you end up in destruction. However, we should not expect ourselves in other people. Don't. Trust the God in people. Trust the God in people. The measurement that God gave us, Jesus walking on this earth gave us a measurement. You will know them by their fruit. What is a fruit? Everyone keeps quoting the fruit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. However, in the middle of discussions, in the middle of discomfort, everyone forgets this fruit. You're supposed to remember the fruit in the middle of discomfort. Remember the fruit. When you are expecting yourself to be in somebody else, remember the fruit. How are you expecting me to show up as you? I'm not you. I am not you. Therefore, I cannot show up as you. I'm a different person. You guys understand? So the disappointment comes in when we expect us in others. But that's not what we're supposed to be doing here. Trust the God in people, right? So let me give you a quick example in the Bible, right? So David, he was pursued, running up and down. He's being chased by Saul. Saul is jealous. Saul has lost his anointing. Saul knows that his time is short. His time is up. And so he runs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. And then he gets chances to take out his enemy. But he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. And so when David became king, his own son, well, after David did some stuff, and so chaos was unleashed in his family, his own son seeks out to unseat him from the throne and take over. And so David was expecting himself and his son Absalom. He's like, surely he could never kill me. Surely we're going to run away right now, but surely he could never kill me. He could never take me out, right? He was expecting himself in his son, not realizing that what he did, God forgave him, yes, but it unleashed iniquities. It unleashed evil in his bloodline to where his son was absolutely thinking and intending to take the father out and take the throne. And Joab knew that. So when Joab says, oh, listen, we came up against the enemy, we took care of the enemy, David is so perturbed. He is weeping for his son because he expected himself in his son. But his son absolutely had the intent to neutralize him and take over the kingdom. That was the intent of Absalom. But David expected himself in his son. He remembered, when I was running away from Saul and I was being pursued and hunted day and night, I respected the anointed one of God. I respected the throne. I expected Saul, that when I had the opportunities to take him out, I didn't do it because I said, no, God anointed him. I'm going to respect that. He had the same expectation for himself that his son would also have that kind of standard. He did not. He absolutely had the intention to do whatever it took to become the king. Absalom did. Joab knew that. As a military guy, as a guy who was like a high-ranking officer, he knew that. So when he's given Absalom in a platter, in a tree with hair hanging in the branches, they took the chance because they knew. But David was expecting himself in his son. So the issue becomes, when you are in warfare, when you are navigating life, day-to-day interactions, times in the valleys, times in the hills, when you're going up and down, right? Ebbs and flows of life. Don't expect yourself in other people. Trust the God in people. So, if there is no indication of good fruit, what do? You exit. No indication of good fruit, you will know them by their fruit. We are trees, and a tree brings good fruit if it's a good tree. A tree brings bad fruit if it's a terrible tree. You can't have a great tree bring you fruit that is disgusting. No, that's not how that works. You know them by the fruit because the fruit comes from the tree, and we are trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord. The planting of the Lord, and trees of righteousness means aligned to God, aligned to his ways, his standard, his thoughts, his correction. So do not expect yourself in other people. Allow people to be people. Allow each person to have the journey and the process, but do not expect yourself in other people. That will save you so much disappointment. Okay? Because we are called to guard our hearts. Guard your heart. How are you going to guard your heart in day to day, like practically? Know them by their fruit. A good fruit comes from a good tree. Bad fruit, bad tree. Simple. Don't complicate it. Expectations bring disappointments. Do not expect yourself in other people. If you're punctual and you know your friend is always late, don't expect her to stop being punctual. Either accommodate her by giving her grace and you show up there with a book. I used to do that. I had a friend who was always late. And so I always took a book with me, and I always would read my book because I know she's going to be late, right? If you care enough for that person, accommodate, find ways to be able to be patient without being frustrated. And if that doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. But expecting yourself in other people, don't do that, because every single time you are going to be disappointed, because God made one you. One, not two, not three. There's only one you.